Flowers. She's 69 years old, and she is a fucking great DJ. She's gonna kick some ass, and you will love her back. This year, get ready to be dazzled by the greatest DJ ever known, Ruth Flowers.
Well, I was really looking forward to it. It was quite a, late start, but the crowds were wonderful. They really received me very well, and we started off in fine fashion. I'm not sure whether it was their type of music, but nevertheless, I hope they enjoyed what I played.
Well,
how about that? So you enjoyed it, and several did, but it wasn't everybody's choice of music. But sometimes you have to accept that.
Sure.
Everywhere I go, they love the music. I've told this story many times.
I know. You told
But yes, well, really it started, I suppose, my idea of becoming a DJ, not in anything like this scale that it's reached, was with my grandson's birthday party. After the party, they always have a disco now, it's the done thing. And I went along rather late, in time for the disco in fact, and the doorman said, "Oh, I don't think you want to go in there, madam." And I said, "Well, I rather think I do, because it's my grandson's party." And yes, it was very noisy. It was noisy to go into, and the lights were flashy. But nevertheless, I realised they were having a whale of a time. They were having a marvellous time. And I thought, this is what the young ones want. They enjoy this. And in the village where I live, there is nothing for the young people. Really, there's very little. And I said to my grandson after, "Do you know Nana could do that? I could play music like that, and we could have it." He said, "Nana, that would be so cool." And that's where the idea formulated. And then, of course, I hadn't bought the apparatus, or it's quite an expensive project to start on. And an acquaintance put me in touch with this Frenchman, Aurélien Simon, who's the manager come director come everything. And he came to London and we talked, and he said he had this idea of an elderly DJ. Well, I really thought it was probably the craziest idea I'd ever heard. And I thought, well, sometimes crazy works, And so he said, "Well, if you come over to Paris and you have to learn how to mix and all these things," then I thought, well, what have I got to lose? I have time, and if he's prepared to teach me, and we had a dear friend of Aurélien's who's called Nudge, who was very patient with me and taught me the ropes, how to mix, and then, that's how it started, in a small way. We did, my first big gig was Cannes Film Festival 2009, and I must say, as I stood at the side waiting, I was wondering what I was doing there. I thought, what are you doing here, Ruth? Is this what you want to do? And then suddenly it was time to go on, and I forgot everything else. And they were fantastic. They were absolutely wonderful audience. They were mobbing me and saying, "Ah, you're awesome," and it's a lovely feeling. It's a lovely feeling to be loved, I think.
Yeah, it is. Sure.
And so that's with the start.
Okay.
And then we did Queen in Paris. That's another big one. And it's been big ones ever since, really. We've gone from I suppose we've covered Europe virtually. We've been to New York, Los Angeles, tour of Singapore and a tour of Germany. So we've plenty to do.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a very busy period ahead in the next few months. Process, but we haven't really got very far with it yet, I'm afraid. We're still throwing in ideas, and eventually it would work, but at the moment we aren't that far on, are we?
Okay. So
A third of the way?
There is 3 songs on.
Oh well, we have, yes, well we've still got Still Rocking, and we've got 69. And what's the new one? Oh, I've forgotten the title.
Yeah, you get.
What?
You get.
Whatever.
You get.
Oh yes, that's the song, isn't it? Yeah.
that's a new single.
That's coming. Yeah. Okay. So there we are, and then the album is in the making, but it's going to be a long time. It's going to be a little while, isn't it? I don't think we'll have that ready for a little while yet.
So when can we expect it? I mean,
When can you expect it?
yeah.
What do you think? I don't really know. I don't like to put a date on it.
I think by the end of the year.
By the end of the year then, that's about as close as we can go. Say thank you for inviting me to Divino, We Move, and be my guest. The people who've invited me here, I do appreciate that.